Tell me we're on. Hey everybody! Tell me this broadcast is clear. That's first and foremost on my mind. If you could very quickly just jump on here and see if we can get this proverbial show on the road. Break it down for me, guys. A good connection. Do not have a good connection. Tell me we've got a good connection. Tell me the connection is good and that we're doing the right thing. Tell me. Guys, just to give you a tip, when you're doing a live broadcast, it's very important to engage, make small chit chat, say a couple of things. They may sound random, but at least they're coherent. Keep your audience engaged. The very last thing you want to do when you're conducting a live on Facebook or whichever platform, never just turn on the camera and do one of these. What the hell is that? Huh? If the moment you hit the live button on your Facebook, start to engage, start to talk about, what you did last night, make little small talk. All of this serves as a preamble to what you're going to discuss. It saves the audience from sitting there watching you wait for the numbers to build. And it doesn't matter how many people are watching you. It could be 10, it could be 10,000. But the moment you press the live button, you start to engage, you start to talk. I was reading not too long ago that the UPND have announced that they have reduced the cost of fuel, the kwacha has gained strength, and now the next frontier is Uwunga. In that order. I wouldn't have done it in that order. I would have done Uwunga first, then the kwacha, then fuel. But who am I? I'm not government, so I don't know what the deal is. So you do things like that, and what that does is that it keeps your audience engaged. All right, but if you're going to sit there, turn on the camera, and then do one of these, what the hell is that? Huh? Could somebody please explain this to me? I'm taking a jab at her. Of course I would do that. Why wouldn't I do that? Guys, jump on here very quickly. I just have to check on my phone if the settings are good, if the broadcast is clear, and if we're on the same page. Give me a moment and we're going to get the show on the road. I'm telling you now. Internet. It keeps cutting off and on. Why? Why is that? Perhaps I need to, maybe my bundles are not. But I've checked the bundles. I have. And for some reason, it keeps cutting. Right. Guys, let's get into it. Once again, as is my custom, please share this live with people that you think would be interested in having this conversation. I just need to double check on my monitor if we're loud and clear. Perhaps I need to, maybe my bundles are not. But I've checked the bundles. I have. And right. For some reason, it keeps cutting. Right, we're fine. As far as sound is concerned, we're fine. All is good, let's go. First of all, let me explain what happened yesterday. In the wake of my live address concerning Maria of Zed Podcast, the moment I was done with the article that I wrote and the live video that I did, she started phoning me, and I recognized her number, and I didn't answer the phone. The only reason I didn't answer the phone, and guys, you must understand this is a very, very important piece of information. When you are talking to a wife, when you're talking to someone's wife, there's no need to talk to the girlfriend. I want you to get that. Okay? The moment the wife has given you information, accurate information, even if she misses the mark even if she gets a few points wrong, but at least the body, the entirety of the facts as the wife knows them, as long as you've spoken to the wife, there's no need to speak to the girlfriend. Because what the girlfriend says is neither here nor there. You must understand this. You know, I was listening the other day, and again, I don't want you to think that I stay up at night listening to this garbage. I don't. The other day, I sort of going through my news feed, and I came across an audio, and it was an audio of a girlfriend. Did you guys see this? This girlfriend that had been calling, she recorded the conversation between her and some guy's wife that the girlfriend was with. And in the audio, the girlfriend she kept on saying, you know, your husband's not there with you, he's with me. That should tell you something. Have you heard this? So my view is that as long as you've spoken to the wife, the woman that is legally married to the man, there's no need to speak to the girlfriend. Because whatever the girlfriend says is neither here nor there. So Zed Farmer is Nathaniel's girlfriend. She has no standing. She doesn't have a leg to stand on. Everything and anything Zed Farmer says, in as far as this case is concerned, is inconsequential. So when she was calling me, I kept on cutting the phone, because the last thing you ever want to do is sit there and listen to the girlfriend talk to you. That doesn't make any sense. So the only thing I did say to her was, because she's texted me, she said, look, I've got a call out for you. And I said, okay, why don't you send it over to the office? I'll receive it, and then we'll take it from there. She says, no, I'm going to send it to you on WhatsApp. I said, fine, but as long as you send me a physical copy. Now, when she sent the copy yesterday, honestly, as crazy as this sounds, and I'm being honest with you, I didn't really look at the document. I didn't really scrutinize the document. I didn't sit there and check every spelling and check every detail. In my mind, I thought, well, tomorrow morning, meaning today, I'm going to go to the police station, and I'm going to avail myself. So this morning when I got to the office, I did a bit of vlogging. I got here at 7 a.m. I did a bit of vlogging, and about 8:30, at about 8:30, I decided to get in my car and drive towards the police station. In my mind, I was thinking this police station was not too far from Central Police. So I went to Central, and I said to the guy, there was a guy at the traffic lights, there was a police officer at the traffic lights of Levy Mall and near Evelyn Hone College there. So I pulled over and I asked him, I said, excuse me, could you tell me where, what's the name of this police post? What was it? Tell me, what was the name of it? I'll tell you right in a moment here. I'll give you, what is it? I've got it here. Prospect. I asked the police officer, I said, where is Prospect Police Station? The officer said, Prospect? That's in Kabwe. And not only is it in Kabwe, it's a little rink-a-dink, little police post, akafiko, some little obscure police post that usually deals with cases of cattle theft and petty theft and things like that. And so the police officer says to me, that's where Prospect is. It's in Kabwe. I said, that can't be true. I said, that can't be right. He said, yeah, if you're talking about Prospect, if you mean the Prospect that I know, it's in Kabwe. So I sent Zulumis, Maria Z. Farmer Zulumis, I sent her a text and I said, homegirl, what's this about the police post being in Kabwe? And then I looked at the call out that she sent me. She sent me a copy on WhatsApp. And lo and behold, there it was, Prospect Police Station, Kabwe. I said, girl, I'm not driving all the way to Kabwe. I'm not driving over there. You mean with the number of ubiquitous police stations here in Lusaka, you had to locate an obscure police post that's filthy as hell, that nobody knows about, that usually deals with cattle theft out in the middle of nowhere near ZNS. You want me to drive all the way to Kabwe? Is like an hour and a half, almost 2.5 hours with this new dual carriageway that they're building. It'll take me at least 3 hours to get there. How in the hell are you going to make me drive all the way to Kabwe at a little rinky-dink police post called Prospect? You know what she says to me? She says, well, I don't live in Lusaka. I live out here on the farm, and you're going to have to drive all the way out here. I said, the hell I will. I said, the devil is an authentic liar. I said, I'm not doing that. So I asked the police. I said to the police, I said, look, I got this thing where this chick, this girl, this Zulumis Z Farmer girl, she's giving me a call out. She sent it through my phone on WhatsApp, and she wants me, get a load of this. You're not going to believe it. She wants me to drive to Kabwe. The police officer says, as long as you don't receive, as long as someone doesn't give you a physical, tangible document that says it's a police call out, you have not been served. You are not served through WhatsApp messages. The police advised me, if that Z Farmer wants you to go to the police, she's going to have to physically give you a document, a tangible document, and it really, realistically, it should be here in Lusaka. Because if this is a crime, the crime occurred here. Why the hell would I drive all the way to Kabwe town, to some little rinky-dink police post that usually deals with cattle theft out in the middle of nowhere, and you want me to drive 2.5, 3 hours out of Lusaka just to appease you? It's not happening. I am not doing it. The officer said, don't do it. Don't go over there. So here's the thing, guys. I mean, if you really want this case to take off, you're going to have to do the right thing. Don't send digital virtual call-outs. There's no such thing. That's the reason those words exist. You have been served. You're not going to serve me through WhatsApp. Okay? Come on. So, Zulumis, if you're going to do this, can we do this the right way? Can we give this issue, as we say in Zambia, the dignity it deserves? In Zambia, we say dignity. It's actually dignity. So if you're serious about this, let's roll. Okay? If you're serious about this case, let's tango. Okay? If you're serious about this issue, and if you really want to take this to the zinth, let's dance. But if you're going to be sending me WhatsApp virtual texts asking me to drive all the way to Kabwe, with whose fuel? Are you nuts? My car is literally on empty. And you want me to get in the car and drive all the way to Kabwe, being stuck in traffic for 3 hours for you? I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. Okay? All right. So here's the thing. And then there's some people on Facebook. You guys know these people. They have been praying. They've been staying 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, praying that mwewa gets arrested and all that. And that's, if that really is your goal, you're fine to do that. I mean, you're fine to do that. If that is your absolute desire to get me arrested because I have commented on a topic that is in the public domain that was brought to the fore by yourself. The way we say it in Zambia is made by Fwebene. Anytime you have a case made by Fwebene, made by ourselves, and we bring it to a public platform, and we state the facts as they are, we sprinkle a little truth and a little fact and a little, authenticity on the thingy, and then we take a little real cherry thingy and put it on top. Once we do that, where is the anomaly? Where's the crime? Because, some of you have been praying. You've been praying since last night. You couldn't sleep because you were hoping to hear at 9 o'clock that Mwewa was arrested at 9 a.m., which could very well happen because we live in a country of laws, okay? And I'm not saying that can't happen. Of course it can. If the situation is right and if there's a legitimate complaint, of course it'll happen. If there's a true, real crime committed, of course it'll happen. But if you're going to be, building castles in the sky and basing your desire on something that is flimsy and frivolous, then it's not going to happen. So there are people out there that have been saying, no, because Mwewa wanted that couple who lost their children, he wanted that couple to be arrested. So God has been vindicated by making sure Mwewa is arrested. What was the deal with those children? All I was saying, my message was to shed light on the issue of negligence. That's all. My message to parents, you that are listening to me now, whomever you are, don't leave your little toddlers, your children, alone. Why? Because they are accident prone. That was my message. But you've got these fly-by-night Facebookers who come on air and they shroud everything in fundraising and GoFundMe this and GoFundMe that, and yes, God is going to be vindicated, and Jesus team. God has nothing to do with it. Negligence is my message. Negligence is that's all. And if for some reason, if you can't wrap that concept around your tiny brain, then there's nothing I can do for you. There is absolutely nothing I could do for you. Nothing. I mean, that is your Waterloo. That's your bed. Lay in it. Okay? All right. So, and during her address, Zed Farmer's address, when she came on live, and guys, and here's the thing, if you're going to serve someone, don't tell them on Facebook. What if I'm not subscribed to your channel? What's the purpose? What's the use of holding up a call out on your Facebook page? How presumptuous of you, how pride-filled of you to assume that I watch your content. What if I don't watch your content? And even if I did watch your content, what if for some reason I missed it on that day and I didn't see you holding up a call out directed to me? It's presumptuous of you to assume that I've received the call out because you've simply announced it on your Facebook. You're not ZNBC. You're not CNN. You're not CBS. You're not ABC. You are not Candace Owen. Let's be real. You are a farmer come marriage saboteur. Let's be clear. And I feel terrible saying this because I'm really sad that it's come to this. I'm sad that it has come to this. But sometimes you just have to pull off your gloves. And for those of you that you've sort of reduced this to a fight. This is not a fight. Who's fighting? Some of you want to turn this into this narrative that rich kids. Well, I don't know about her, but I do know about me. Okay, I'm not rich. Let's just be clear. For you guys, two rich kids are fighting. Well, I'm not rich. Okay? That's not me. Okay, I'm just a regular guy out here doing regular stuff. It's got nothing, nobody here, it's got nothing to do with rich and poor and elite and privileged. It has everything to do with there is an issue, there's an underlining issue here. And in Zambia, it's very easy to lose your way. It's very easy on social media to change the narrative. Let's not lose focus. The narrative is, this is the narrative, and this is the accurate narrative. Maria Z. Farmer posted a photograph of her with another woman's husband. That wife complained about it, and it became public. Anything that is brought on a public platform is subject to public scrutiny. Guys, do you not know this? Must I hold your hand, wipe your nose, and explain that to you? Because to me, that's fundamental. I mean, it's sorry, not fundamental. It's rudimentary. That's the word. It's just basic. Okay, it's not like I snuck into, you know, Maria Z. Farmer's bedroom, and I grabbed her phone, and I somehow broke her secret code on her phone, and then an image of her and Nathaniel, aka Nigerian con man, and then I said, ooh, this is juicy. Ooh, I got a scoop for Facebook tomorrow. And then I snuck out of the room again and came on my Facebook page and I addressed you. No. This happened because Zed Farmer put this out there. She put it out in the public. And the wife of that man is complaining. That's all it is. And it's a cautionary tale. Now, let's also not lose sight, because, you know, some of you love this, you love to say, well, it's her personal life. If it's her personal life, why don't you keep it personal? I've always said this. I have always said this. If your life is personal, keep it personal. But you cannot say it's personal and then you put it on Facebook and then tuakano kulanda. No. By virtue of the fact that you've placed it on public media, it will be discussed. It will be discussed, and it will be discussed in great, intricate, nuanced detail, either by myself or other creators. In the words of Mutale Mwanza, a bikini is to be worn. You know, remember that case, people said to Mutale, well, why are you wearing a bikini? She said, well, the bikini is to be worn. In the same vein, by the same token, when you put things on social media, it is to be commented on. Do you understand that? Or is that strange? If I have to sit here and explain that to you, please get the hell off of this page. I don't have any time for people that are that dwanzy. Okay? All right. And, you know, the other thing I noticed when she was doing her live broadcast, as she was waiting for her audience to build, she kept on wiping her lips. That drove me nuts. I wanted to lose my mind. Honestly, really. I came this close, and I thought to myself, if she does that just one more time, if she glosses over her lips just one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. Literally. All right. So, one of the things, she kept on saying 2023. Zed Farmer, we're in 2025. And she said this a couple of times. She kept on saying 2023, 2023. And I'm thinking, homegirl, it's 2025. It's not 2023. Get it right. Okay? All right. So I didn't go to, I'm not driving to Kabwe. I didn't go there. And you must also understand that this case has everything to do with, from the time Wangala announced on Hot FM, okay, from the time that she announced that her and her relationship with this pastor, who's lazy as hell, from the time that that relationship ended to the time that she started this new relationship with this Nigerian con man, Nathaniel, who's related to Sears Zero, can the story get any more sicker? Can the story get any more demented? Okay? We got Sears Zero in the mix, for goodness. He's right smack dab in the middle of this story. Okay? From the time that she broke it off with that pastor who's lazy as hell to the time she met Nathaniel, that was barely 3 months. So you're telling me that you can be married, break it off, and in less than 5 months, you're in a brand new relationship that you're singing about. Twaranda ko twalufianya twabembuka. Mwana sengera loko wimpenya. Don't drive me to it. Okay? Don't you do it. That is the most ridiculous, most absurd thing I have ever heard in my whole entire life. Whatever happened to healing? Huh? Tell me. Whatever happened to getting over an ex? Whatever happened to giving yourself enough space and time to heal from one relationship to the other so that you become a whole individual for your next relationship? Whatever happened to that? Is that too much to ask? Awe shuga. 3 months, fiapona bara pasta varia. Within 3 months, she's with another guy, and not just another guy, a Nigerian con man. Could this story get any more sicker than this? Tell me. Tell me, because I'm about to lose my mind. I'm about to literally just claw myself. Just pull my hair out of my head. That's what I'm going to do. What's my point? Give yourself time to heal. That's cardinal. Nay, that is critical. You're with the wrong guy. He's the bad guy. He's a bad man. He's not a good guy. I mean, this is a guy that told his wife. Now remember, just to bring you up to speed, Nathaniel is a Nigerian con man. Okay, he's from Nigeria, but he's married to a Tswanan, a lady from Botswana. They've been together 8 years. They were married for 6 years of those 8. And together they have 2 children. Well, not too long ago, early part of 2025, he wakes up one morning, tells his wife, I'm going to Zambia because there's some business opportunity there in the area of entertainment. And I think that I should go down there. He borrows his wife's white BMW X6. Forgive me, I know nothing about automobiles. I know nothing about cars. X6 or X, whatever it is. He drives from Botswana through Victoria Falls border, and get this, he enters Zambia on an expired passport. Sick. Which begs the question, what the hell's immigration doing out there? Tell me. Immigration, what the hell are you doing allowing some Nigerian guy who's illegally here, how do you allow him through the border on an expired passport? You can only be in Zambia for 90 days. Not only was his passport expired, he comes into Zambia, he overstays the 90 days. How the hell did that happen? Immigration, you drop in the ball somewhere. Immigration, somebody's got some greasy hands over there somewhere. Well, that's the truth. It's real. And it happened. So not only that, I mean, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop. It gets worse. This, guys, let me tell you, this is a train wreck that we're watching in slow motion in real time. Devastating. Not only that, he comes into Zambia on an expired passport. He overstays 90 days. He goes beyond the 90 days. How he pulled that off, we don't know. And he sells his wife's car without the white book. And the Oscar for most crooked goes to Nigeria. Mwe mashiru mwe. Mwe mpanya mwe. Mamule kuti mwa isa kunetu aikala fetondolo. We shall talk about it until the wheels fall off the proverbial wagon. It's real. You should say something. I'm serious. So this guy, Nathaniel, comes into Zambia. He stays at a lodge for 3 months in Roma. Doesn't pay his bill. He leaves a bill. A bill for 3 months at the lodge. Homeboy doesn't pay for it. After that, right now, that lodge, I could name the lodge, I could. There's nothing wrong with that. Even if I did mention that lodge, it wouldn't be wrong. Okay? But you know the lodge, and somebody in here in the comments is going to mention that lodge. After the 3 months, somehow he meets Zed Farmer. That's where the horror begins. Zed Farmer thinks that she's found a new guy. Because by her own admission, she said, I'm done with Zambian men. As long as you're a man and you're a Zambian, I am done with you. My world is closed to you. I am not going to look at another Zambian man again. Why? Because every single one of you are scoundrels. Well, she just jumped from the frying pan into the fire. How the hell are you going to leave a black Zambian and then go to a black Nigerian? Good Lord. I mean, that's like being wrapped in a puzzle, encapsulated in an enigma. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. She thinks she's found true love. He knows he's found a new ticket for money. Ooh, he crooked boy. He corrupt. Corrupt as hell. The boy is tainted. We got him picked. We got him sussed out. We know exactly what he's about. We can see right through. That's a line from Death Becomes Her. You should see that. Goldie Hawn is in that with Meryl Streep. Awesome film. So anyway, the bottom line is, when the dust settles and when the dew dries, Zed Farmer, please, and this is my advice to her, uyu Nigerian we mupa please na papata. Ngorefu fukame na la fukama. Uyu ena we mupa. The moment he finds his name on that marriage certificate, he's gonna suck you dry. He's gonna suck you hard so dry you won't even know what hit you. That thing that you call a farm, honey, it's gonna be a rumor by the time he's done with you. You don't mess around with these Nigerians, boy, mess you up, boy. Nigerians turn your day into a bad day. I'm telling you, man, listen, I know it sounds like I'm being facetious, but I'm telling you the truth. Maria Zed Farmer, whatever you do, if you need to hang around with him, play around, do whatever the hell you want, but please don't walk down the aisle with him. Bantungo ala tukarira musoa. We don't want to lose that farm to that scoundrel. Notwithstanding, Interpol, they're looking for him. He's got 2 other cases in Botswana, stolen cars. Now, everything I'm sharing with you is a cautionary tale. It's a warning. But some of you, no, you ni saiba. Te saiba yo. Si saiba yo. Mwinkalifi omutima yo. You're infuriating me. I am providing a valuable service to you. And all you can say is sit there and say, yo si cyber yo. Yo di cyber. Cyber my foot. Listen, what you should be doing is you should be thanking me. That's what you should be doing. So get off that high horse and show some gratitude and some respect. All right. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching.